It's a big day for Kawasaki. Days like this don't come around often. In fact, if you look at the major manufacturers in the industry, there's pretty much zero left that haven't released a sports side-by-side. With that said, today Kawasaki released the 2020 Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000. It's a pretty unique machine that competes with many of the top models across all brands. In today's video, we'll lay out the specs and some of the details on the machine, and then we'll let you decide which machine this one competes with and why. Also, where do you think it ranks among the top side-by-sides? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's jump right into it. The first question just about everyone will have is horsepower. Some were expecting a supercharged monster pushing 200 horsepower. Others were expecting a horsepower number more in line with the other Japanese manufacturers in the 105 to 115 range. Well, those in the latter group were correct. The new KRX will have 112 horsepower. As of now, there is no news for turbos or superchargers as add-on kits, but who knows what the future will hold. As for the engine in general, it looks like Kawasaki took the approach of catering to the people who want enough power and torque and not just numbers that'll blow you away. Using a selector on the dash, you'll be able to choose from two different power modes. These modes, low and high, allow you to change the power delivery to suit driving conditions. The low power mode is tuned for technical terrain with milder throttle response, while full power gives you all the ponies. The transmission and clutching in the KRX is also unique. Kawasaki has a centrifugal clutch between the crankshaft and CVT drive pulley, which eliminates the shock of the CVT belt engaging. In short, this will allow for smoother takeoff and throttle control, which will definitely help navigate the slower and more technical terrain. While we're talking CVT, the KRX has a belt temp sensor and other belt safety features to help increase the life and performance of the CVT and CVT belt. When it comes to gearing and transmission, the KRX will include three different drive modes: two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and four-wheel drive with diff lock. All three modes are shift on the fly selectable using a knob on the dash, including the diff lock. When the knob is turned, the system engages instantly and smoothly, so the driver has full control of when the four-wheel drive or the front differential is locked and activated. Now let's talk about suspension, first with wheel travel. The new KRX definitely came to play with the big boys when it comes to suspension travel, with 19 inches up front and 21 inches of travel in the rear. To give you a comparison, the new Razor Pro XP comes with a claimed usable travel of 20 inches front and 22 inches rear, but an actual wheel travel of 17 inches in the front and 20 inches in the rear, putting the actual travel of the KRX ahead of Polaris' latest and greatest. As for shocks, the KRX will come with Fox Podium 2.5 low-speed compression shocks. They are piggyback reservoir units that are 24 position, fully adjustable, compression dampening, and fully adjustable preload shocks. All indications are they perform very well in the whoops and troppy stuff when combined with their 4-link trailing arm suspension and double wishbone front suspension. While we're talking suspension, let's talk about ground clearance. The KRX will sit 14.4 inches off the ground and includes arched A-arms. This is probably a good time to mention that it will come from the factory with 31-inch Maxxis carnivores and 15-inch beadlock wheels on all four corners. It's time to take a look at the dimensions. Kawasaki came with a unique approach here. Rather than going with the standard size of 64-inch or 72-inch, the KRX will land somewhere in the middle at 69 inches wide. The extra width should help with stability and cornering. As for the wheelbase, the KRX comes in at 99 inches, which is definitely on the longer side when it comes to other two-seat machines. The longer wheelbase should also help with stability and ride quality. In addition to that, the wheels are at the four corners of the machine and extend beyond the bodywork, giving an approach and departure angle of 90 degrees. Based on what we've heard, Kawasaki is very proud of their rollover protection structure, or ROPS, that they've developed. One thing they claim makes their system unique is that the KRX 1000's frame incorporates the ROPS as a stressed member. They claim this energy-absorbing ROPS design helps disperse stress, contributing to optimal rigidity and durability. Not quite sure what that means, but it sounds like they're pretty proud of it. It's hard to say how the stock cage will hold when compared to the competition, or if it is a necessary upgrade, as is often the case with competitor machines. Let's take a look inside the cabin. The KRX appears to have a roomy cabin due to the width and the wheelbase of the machine. It includes high-back bucket seats that are adjustable front and rear, and standard 3-point seat belts. The seats appear to be slightly bolstered, helping hold you in position in tight corners. The doors of the KRX are fully finished and include cup holders and the passenger door, a built-in armrest, and can be opened from either side. An interesting tidbit is that the doors are not suicide-style doors like many of the sport machines you see. Now on to instrumentation. Thankfully, Kawasaki did us all a favor and put the instrumentation panel where it's supposed to go, in the center of the driver's view. The cluster display is white backlighting and it has 3 brightness levels. There is a ton of information available on the instrument cluster, so instead of going over all the information, I'll share a few highlights. First for me is the CV temp gauge. This is not an option found on most machines and will allow you to monitor the temp of your CVT and give her a rest when she needs it, and will likely increase the life of your belt. The cluster also includes a large speedometer, bar-style tach, gear indicator, and multiple warning lights. All in all, it appears to be in line with some of the better instrument clusters on the market and similar to the one found in the new Can-Ams. Lastly, let's take a look at styling. This is going to be purely opinion and it's going to change person to person. But if you ask me, the machine looks great. Color preferences aside, the wide stance, long wheelbase, and front end make the KRX look aggressive and just plain mean. It has a large cargo area, and following the trend of other manufacturers, there is no tailgate or anything there to keep things from sliding out the back. The KRX is available with multiple accessory packages and will have a variety of accessories available from your local dealer. So that's it. The wait is over. We finally know what Kawasaki's been working on. Did they show up with a machine to take on all machines and dominate the competition in North America? I don't think so, but guess what? They came aggressively to the market with a machine that will have broad appeal. If you're asking me to predict the future, I'm betting you'll see a bunch of KRXs on the trails in the coming years. Hey, before you go, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when we upload new content. For those who already have, we appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, ride safe, pack out what you pack in, and we'll see you on the next one.